Welcome to the Evening Gamer. I'm Taylor.
And I'm Guy. Welcome, everybody.
We are back for the 71st time.
71st time, and there's been a bit of a gap between our last episode and this episode, as per usual. When was the last time we recorded? What was it, about
I don't know.
a month ago?
I don't even think it was in winter.
Jesus. Are we just doing them monthly now?
I don't know,
that's the way to
man.
do
I
it.
think we're just doing it whenever we can, eh?
It's hard going at the moment. I mean, I've got a new job at the moment, which has taken up pretty much all my time. But yeah, it's hard yakka sticking with a little bit of a hobby like this.
It really is.
In the
Especially
times to
gaming
come.
being the other half of this hobby. I mean, that's a full-time hobby in itself.
Indeed. But we've got an episode for you today.
We do.
It is going to be T's turn. I'll let him reveal the game. But before we get into that, T, as per usual, what have you been playing?
I've been playing a few things, eh? I've been playing a lot of Apex because the ranked season was pretty fun.
Nice.
But outside of that, I made my way through Subnautica 2. I started a game called Forever Skies. I've been playing a fair bit of Baldur's Gate.
Hey, very nice.
And there's another one in there, but I can't remember its name right now.
Sure. Where are you up to in Baldur's Gate?
It sounds like I'm doing a lot of gaming, but I haven't. It's just been a long time between drinks, as you mentioned.
Fair. Where are you up to in Baldur's Gate?
Baldur's Gate, mate, real early, eh? Like, my character's still level 4, level 5.
All right, yeah.
So enough to have a full party and be going back to camp in the main area with the elves and stuff, but like,
nice.
No real true progression of the storyline just yet.
Okay, all right, that's cool. I've been playing Diablo 4, going through the war plans, which is like late game with my sorceress. And man, it's like just switch your brain off game. Like you just literally like run through these hordes of enemies, and you're so like overpowered now that like I'm pushing the difficulty setting to its like highest echelon, which is kind of fun, just to like, you almost perfecting your build. Yeah. But then it's just like the pure RNG of getting better loot. But it is fun. Like it's a nice mindless game. And then Grounded with the missus, which I gotta, she and I, we had a good stint. I know you've played it before, but we had a good stint playing it one night. And we made it up to where, like, it's obviously pretty early on, but you're like going on the zip lines through the trees to like the old school, or the
climb that tree. Yeah. So you got to find all those little bases where the fragments of that robot are, and they're scattered around the map, and that's one of them.
Yeah. Which like it's pretty fun, man. Like, the first time you come across these giant spiders, fuck man, like, they do, get your hair standing a little bit.
Yeah.
Anybody with arachnophobia certainly should not be playing that game. But I think there's a setting where you can completely switch it off. And I don't know what they turn it into.
No, they just get rid of the details. So it just becomes like a block that kind of represents a spider.
Oh.
Like the higher your arachnophobia setting, the closer it gets to like Minecraft. Just for that spider.
All right,
is the best way to describe it. Because the detail they have in Grounded when it comes to spiders is actually crazy.
Man,
how they move, like how they nest. It's pretty weird. It's pretty weird.
Yeah, it is, and it's interesting, like playing it co-op, because like, I'm such like a meticulous gamer where I'm like, okay, I need exactly these specific resources to build this specific upgrade, to get an armor, to get this. So I'm like, hunting those resources out. The missus is like off adventuring, lost in the wilderness. And she's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm getting what we need for the objective. What are you doing? She's like, I'm fighting spiders over here. Like, okay, like let's communicate a little bit more. No, I'm on my computer and she's on the TV.
Oh, shit. So you're doing it like almost via LAN online.
Kinda, yeah. But no,
right.
it's good. It's good fun.
It's so much fun. It's actually a good game. It's look, the second one didn't grab me, but that's because it was a carbon copy. I still think their original idea is fantastic, and it was a great little game to play.
It definitely. Did you ever watch Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
It's like no, but it's exactly that's what it's 100%.
Yeah, like they've just basically turned it into a game. Yeah. Good on Rick Moranis.
Oh man.
Shall we run through the games that are coming out this month that are worth mentioning?
Let's do it.
All right. So the first one, did you ever play Mortal Shell 1?
I tried it.
Yeah, I tried it too. Like, and I don't know why I didn't see it stick with it. But anyway, there's a second one coming out. I think they're adding guns into it. I know
that doesn't sound right.
Wrong. I know I could be really wrong with that, but I think I saw a thing about it. But anyway, that's a notable one. Then we've got Aliens Fireteam Elite 2. I've downloaded the first one. It's been sitting on my Xbox, but I've never cracked into it. But that looks interesting. Have you played the Plague Tale series?
Like Requiem
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, I think that they're not good games.
Did you finish them? Because they're very highly rated.
They're highly rated, but so much of it's cinematic.
That's right. Yeah, like
it's like, hey, get out of this thing, and you're like, all right, and you make your way to a door, and then the entire getting out of there is them just doing it via cinematic, and I was like,
yeah. I had a very similar feeling about it. I knew it was highly rated. Started playing the very original one, you know, the little girl dodging packs of rats, and I was like, yeah, like cool, but you know, like a whole game where it is just stealth, dodge, you know, distract. Like it sort of was. I don't know. For me, you'd want a little bit more out of the game, but the story is apparently really captivating. So, but this one, so there's Resonance, a Plague Tale Legacy. Resonance is pretty much all combat. And the combat looks pretty cool. So it may be one to consider.
Yeah, nice.
Then we've got Hell Let Loose, which is now Vietnam, and which is this is like the very realistic war game. So the previous one, I believe, was World War II, and this one's now taking it to Vietnam, which is kind of fun, kind of cool. Then you got Star Wars Zero Company. This is probably the biggest one coming out this month, which is a XCOM sort of vibe, like style of play, or you know, if you wanted to say it the other way, like a Baldur's Gate style, you know, where you're moving characters on a grid, and you know, everybody's got to move in the order that it rolls through, but with a story behind it. So I probably will play that because I do vibe those kind of you know, strategic sort of almost chess-like games.
Yeah.
And then there's Metal Gear Solid 2, the Master Collection, another gaming series you and I sort of never really fucked around with, but you know, I believe, is that Capcom as well? What is that? Konami, there you go.
I love that there's still games at the moment that have their release windows 2026. When's the release date? It's like, oh, it's in 2026. It's like, that's almost over, dude. It's mid-August. There's under 4 months to go. Or there's 4.5 months to go.
Yeah, true. I mean, like, TBC, yeah, okay, that's what you're talking to.
It's just so weird to me that people say, no, yeah, it's coming out. Okay, when? Because if it's not in the next 90 days, you might need to change it to 2027.
Well, probably, yeah. I mean, obviously. But it is the quiet before the storm. You know, like next month we have a huge lineup. September is going to be wild.
Because, it's autumn in the States is when a lot of these games drop, right?
Well, yeah, but it's also the pre-GTA Mad Dash, you know, which is obviously in November.
Yeah, that's coming out soon.
Yeah, so September is pretty heavily loaded. October is pretty heavily loaded, and then we go into GTA time, which I'm certainly going to try and get some days off work. That's for sure.
Yeah, I've taken my additional 3 weeks of pat leave during that time.
Ooh, very smart.
Let's go! Can't wait. It's going to be sick.
Yeah,
sick.
I might say I've got COVID at the time or something like that. We'll see.
Do it. Fuck it. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
All right, my friend. Over to you with the good old Resident Evil Requiem.
He ruined my chance to reveal what game we were. He goes, I'll let T reveal that. He said
and
that
then I did it
5 minutes ago, and then went on a rant about latest releases. Anyway, can you imagine if I just switched it up on you and just did a completely different game?
Mate, I'm not gonna. The floor is yours. You could do whatever the fuck you want. You review whatever you want. You review Fatherhood if you want to, my friend. Give that out of 10.
It's great. Should do it. Very rewarding. Resident Evil Requiem or Resident Evil 9. That's right, 9. They're almost in double digits here.
Crazy.
There's not many games that make it to double digits, man. It's like a handful. Even GTA is only up to 6.
Well, yeah, no,
like that.
I don't know if GTA would be the good one to compare it against, but I know what you mean. That, yeah.
But there's very few. Did Halo make it to double digits?
I mean, I mean, do we count redos of the mastered first one? Like, fuck, how many times are they going to re-release that in the latest?
That looks good though on Unreal Engine.
I don't know, man. Like,
I wouldn't play it, but
yeah, like I remember. I think I played the last time it re-came out, and like I don't know, it just it was like it's fun, but like I don't know. Anyway,
if you were too young at the time and you missed Halo, and I think that would be a great game for you right now.
That would be Halo. That'd make
one
sense.
Of their best.
Yeah.
Anyway, episode 71 is owned by Resident Evil Requiem or Resident Evil 9. It is the survival horror RPG 2026 released by Capcom. It had a massive launch, both commercially and respectively in terms of reviews. So this game landed well, performed well, and then was really well reviewed. So it sold like 8 million copies in its first 5 days, which for like a small look, Resident Evil is certainly a headliner in the horror genre, but I would still call it a little boutique game.
Interesting.
I mean, it's Capcom, so maybe not.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, a little boutique game, like, I do not think the Resident Evils would be in that bracket.
Yeah, I think I've probably misspoken there, but what I mean more is their game design. It's still it's not outdated, but it's still very linear. It's still got all the old elements of horror, the jump scares, the hellspawn, all that type of stuff. So maybe boutique isn't the right, because it's got a huge backing. But in terms of game design, perhaps. Anyway, so it performed very, very well. Let's jump straight into the storyline, because if you've played Resident Evil, you're going to be pretty accustomed to hearing this storyline, but it was a good one. So you actually have a split storyline in this one, which I can't remember if they've ever done that, where you jump between two characters, two different perspectives, I think they have. Where they have roads that intertwine. It's certainly something that happens in the horror genre quite a bit. I can't remember if I've played a Resident Evil game where they did that. The last one I played was Village, and it was just the one dude. And I don't know, look, it's been a long time between drinks for me with Resident Evil, so maybe I'm just forgetting. But you play Grace, who's essentially this roped-in FBI agent. She's taken on this case. There's weird stuff happening at this hotel. She needs to go and investigate. And then you jump between Leon, the long-standing Resident Evil DSO, Division of Security Operations agent, who becomes more and more hokey as the games go. But I think they're just fully leaning into it now. Like, did you ever watch? Was it Miami, Law and Order Miami, and they had Horatio, the redhead guy, and he used to say all those classic one-liners,
with the music, and he's taking his sunnies off.
He'd flip his sunnies out, and like, let's say a victim had lost their foot, and he'd say something like, "I don't know, guy, something seems afoot." And then he'd put his glasses on. Like, that was Horatio. That's Leon. Like, in this game. Okay. Like, the most ridiculous stuff will happen to this guy. Like, he'll get thrown out of a 3-story window by like a gorilla zombie, land on his back on a, car, get up coughing up blood and black stuff from like this disease he's got. And Grace will come along and be like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And he'd be like, "Oh, I've certainly seen better days." It's like, that's not the reaction that deserves, you should be like, "Holy shit, like, let's take this up a notch and see if we can fix it." But that's who he is. It's kind of funny. And like, in every cutscene, he has one of those like lines. Yeah. Like, it's actually good. Like, I'm not really for like hokey characters, but I really got on board with Leon in this game. Let's go back to storyline, because that was a lot about character. There is a syndrome, or like a disease going around, called the Raccoon City Syndrome, which is a strand of the T virus. If anyone's played Resident Evil, you go back like 4 or 5 games, maybe even back to game 1. The T virus was something they attempted to destroy at the end of Resident Evil 3 by kind of nuking and bombing Raccoon City. Like, it was under containment. They were like, let's just bin this whole thing, right?
Just with Raccoon City, like, and I know I'm segueing and taking you off your flow here. Who the fuck wants to live in Raccoon City?
I know.
Like, let alone the viruses that roll through that fucking place, and the issues there, and the Umbrella Corp fucking testing on the people, the citizens in that city. But if I was like, all right, let's, I'm gonna move cities, and somebody goes, "What about Raccoon City?" I'd hear the name and be like, "Nah, I don't think so." Like, to live in a raccoon city, why do they call it Raccoon? Is it riddled with raccoons?
Like, no, I thought Raccoon City's like, I think that's across TV shows and games, isn't it? And like, Raccoon City, it's almost like where does Batman live?
Gotham.
It's almost like Gotham. It's like this kind of made up, like, really dark gothic, things are always going wrong kind of city.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I'm just
you're saying, like, why would you?
Like, if you put it into, like, think about it a different way, like, it's like, who in Capcom was like, hang on. Raccoon City.
It's
let's
actually
call it
probably, for our generation, the most relatable thing. Because, like, if someone is like, "Hey, you can actually buy a 2-story house in Raccoon City It's just young homeowners that are living there.
Okay. Cost of living, it's like, the price of home ownership. Like, Raccoon City's going for bargain basement prices. I'm not going to look into that one. They're going to test bioweapons on you and you'll have no idea.
But hey, the bombing developments happening in the next 10 years. You can actually own a home. You've got to survive Raccoon City to like afford New York or like Seattle. That's like what it is. It's like the building block of wealth. Except property market's going down. It's not performing well. So maybe don't move there. I don't know. Anyway.
So the reason why it's called
a fictitious
Raccoon City it is a fictitious city. So the Japanese developers simply wanted an authentic sounding American name, and it was inspired by a nearby raccoon forest where the Games Mansion incident took place, rather than any deep lore whatsoever.
There you go. But why would you live there? I reckon I've hit the nail on the head. Affordable. Smart investment if, they didn't bomb it eventually. Imagine that. Imagine you buy a house, man. You go on holiday and you come up and the government has literally tried to wipe your city off the map. No, we're not going to pay out.
It's happened. And there's a lot of cases of it at the moment where data centers are like being built all over the States in these like rural towns. And like the people have been like, it'll bring jobs and all the rest of it, but they don't bring any jobs. And then they completely poison the water supply.
They just bring waste.
And it's happening all over the States apparently.
No good, man. No good. Anyway, T-virus, right? That kind of broke out in Raccoon City. They tried to get rid of it at the end of Resident Evil 3. It's kind of like, it's back. Like, that's why Grace has been put on to go to these hotels. It's like, hey, go check this out. There's some weird stuff happening with people. Looks like they've been, modified per se. We need to kind of contain this, see what's going on.
Yeah.
Now, the entire storyline, without spoilers and going too deep, is that there's kind of like powers at B through origins that are unknown that are clearly trying to harvest this virus for some reason. And you obviously don't want that. Now, your goal is to find out who's doing that, why they're doing it. And obviously, because it's Resident Evil, you kind of got to do that where you dodge bloody-mouthed, feral, demonic mutant hellspawn, which is a hell of a lot of fun. Like, this is a game model that, for me, doesn't get old. Like, I love Resident Evil. It puts me in a location.
Yeah.
It gives me all the puzzles. It makes the map intricate and interesting. It allows me to run around, kind of this door opens this door, which creates a shortcut eventually. I got to make it through that arm of the map. I got to make it all the way to the end of that arm of the map to kind of come back around. And that's my checkpoint now. Like, I actually really, really like the Resident Evil design. It's never gotten old. It captivated me before. It's captivated me this time around. Really, really well done.
It's a tried and true model.
It really is.
There's so many other games that have kind of followed that vibe. Dead Space, I think, would have a similar kind of feeling about it. Yeah, 100%.
Silent Hill did it well too. And I think it's the perfect way to do a horror game.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you're going to scare someone, it needs to be, or if you're going to make someone feel a bit eerie, it kind of needs to be planned. Like, you kind of like let's say hypothetically you had an open world horror game. It's like, well, I choose when I roll out the events then, and it's not going to be coherent. It's going to be hard for the developer to do and the publishers to control.
Another example of it.
It's going to be hard for the publishers and developers to control when I feel not at ease. You know what I mean? So like this linearity to these games works well, but it works its best when it's done in this model. Silent Hill did it, as you said. Alan Wake did it. This game did it where it's like, here's an area. There's 4 areas to this area, sub areas to this area, right? You got to make it through so you can come back around and figure something out that's going to help you with the next one. Tried and true, as you said. I think it's really, really great. The game presents 3 regions of these kind of linear maps. The streets of Seattle. I'm pretty sure it's Seattle. I couldn't confirm what city you start in with Grace, but
Seattle was a different one to Raccoon City?
Yes. Seattle was like, that's why she's been called there, because it's kind of like made its way out.
Yeah.
There's a mental health facility, and then there's Raccoon City itself. Fantastic in design. The puzzles are intricate. There's little tasks. There's mini bosses along the way. There's add-ons like scattered around. Like in one of the mental health things, you've got to find like body parts of like someone that's on an operating table, and they're scattered around the map. And because there's something stuck inside him, or once you put him together, he comes to life. You can kill him and get it out. That's how you get one of your up. Like, it's just like really well done in that way. There's great loot. There's new weapons. There's hidden areas and things that you can find. It just left me really satisfied with kind of the map design, the level design, the gaming experience. In terms of mechanics, The mechanics are really smooth, which is surprising. Like in a lot of these games, they try to make it really slow and useless because that's how they kind of build that tension, especially when you're trying to run away. Whereas Resident Evil's not like that. Like it's really smooth, crouching, running, sprinting, sliding, climbing, all really great. Smooth aiming, sometimes, and especially in The Last of Us, like aiming was horrific. Like it took him a number of game hours to get used to the sway. This one, it worked well. They just powered up the enemies to kind of cancel that out. Okay. So I thought that was really great. And they had great living up systems in this game as well.
Nice.
It's a carbon copy, as I've said, of like a lot of their game design, but it really never gets old. The story was really great. The game ideas are there to back it up. Like I had a really great time making my way through it. I really enjoyed the level design as well, as I've already said. Like it kind of presents this gameplay where you don't get cornered. Like as long as you have the skill to evade, stay resource heavy, hide, surprise attack different enemies or get out of trouble. It's really, really good. And it's like one of those games where it leaves just enough room for you to kind of sprint away while clenching your butt cheeks together. And in every mini area, there's kind of this boss that stalks you that you can't really kill until the end because you don't have the resources. It's like you make your way through this map design, avoiding and being stealth, and then eventually you get your chance at the end to have that fight. And it was just really, really good. The entertainment levels of this game, I thoroughly enjoyed them. The story connects really seamlessly. The ending was really great. It gives you an option of the ending. The boss fights were fantastic. How they tie it back into the beginning of the series was really, really great without spoilers. But I had a hell of a lot of fun, and the characters were easy to get on board with. So,
nice.
Like really, really good game. I'm not surprised that it reviewed really well. I'm not surprised that it landed really well. If there's an expansion, I'll 100% buy it and play it. Really fun.
Nice.
And also the ending, the alternate ending, which is a much longer ending. There's one where you can kind of like cut it off and like that's it. There's a much longer ending which alludes to more games in terms of like what you decide to do with this T-virus, how it ends, everything like that. So looking forward for more to come from Resident Evil franchise. I'd like a better TV show to come out.
Mate, there's a movie on the way. There's a movie on the way with, what's the name of that guy? Krieger. He did Weapons. And, the trailer for Resident Evil, man, the movie looks sick. I can't wait for it.
So I'm looking forward to that.
He's like spoken in interviews about how he loves the games and like the building the tension, and the stress to the characters where you only have like 4 bullets, and you miss one shot and you're like, oh God, like, now I'm screwed and, how you sort of falling forwards in it. So, if he's carried that into a movie, I'm pretty excited for it. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. But they keep nailing their games. Like if you haven't played this and you're a horror buff, like I would put this light years ahead of Silent Hill. What was it? R?
Whatever, E or something.
Silent Hill
nice.
R or whatever it was. I'd put it light years ahead of it, like in terms of just level design, storyline, fighting, combat, jankiness, smoothness, everything. Like this is what I want, at least subjectively, from a horror game. I really enjoyed it. So should we get onto the ratings?
Well, yeah, just before you do, I did have another segue, sort of take us off topic here. But in these Resident Evil games, after obviously so many iterations, whether the 9th one or something like that, who keeps fucking around with the virus? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why is there, like, every 1 or 3 in the new one, I'm sure there's like, spin-offs and all the rest of it, but there's some other bad guy who comes out of the woodwork who's like, haha, like, it didn't work the last 7 times, and we killed all these fucking innocent people, but hey, let's roll the dice one more time and see if we can harness this fucking bioweapon. Oh no, it went wrong again, and I'm infected now. You're like, geez, guys,
You've got to, like, they take it in a different direction. It's not cool. This one's not like, oh, I'm infected and it didn't work. This one's actually kind of more like, actually, there might be legs to letting this thing run loose. And I don't think that's a spoiler because there's on both sides, there's things that happen. And you largely get to kind of guide the storyline in which way you want it to go.
All right. Fair.
But I won't allude to who's doing it, why, or what happens to them. But like they take that whole virus thing in a different direction in this game, which I really liked.
Yeah, fair. So the last thing, just before you do reviews, I think in every episode we need to start doing this and just do a shout out to Kyle and say, fuck you. just because he feels like in every episode we do, we shaft him one way or another.
Oh, wow.
So I just sort of feel like I'd let him, make him feel included. So he's sitting at his desk going, like, the fuck did I do this time?
He's like our ghost podcaster.
He is. He's like, yeah. You can go back and listen to the episode with Carl if you want to put a voice to the name if you want. But anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in there and just make him feel included, you know?
Yeah, we can make a montage of you just talking shit about Carl. To be fair. That's our next trailer.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Let's do it. All right. So I still work to our model of storytelling, giving that a rating out of 10. Gameplay, giving that rating out of 10. My storytelling criteria falls into 3 kind of pillars, which is storyline, character development, world build. Storyline for this game, 8.5. Wasn't a home run. At first, I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But I loved how it tied back into the original story. I think it makes complete sense as to like how it plays out and why it's urgent that you're out there, and every twist and turn and surprise made perfect sense to me.
Okay.
And it kept me involved and interested right until the end. Character development, I've given this an 8. I mean, Leon's a really established character. There's very little development that has to happen there. So I think Grace, your counterpart, carries a lot of the character development, and she does it really well. She's a really, really great character. Her voice quips, and she balances out the hokiness of Leon.
Okay.
Like for how stoic he is, she's like reacting how a normal person would, or maybe even like a normal FBI agent that's like used to dealing with stressful things, but definitely not used to seeing this. You know what I mean? And just how her development throughout it, and like how she plays into the story, and there's a lot there, just lifted this rating back into that top 80% high distinction echelon. So I give it a good 8. World build, I gave it a 7.5, only because yes, it's repetitive in kind of ideology and like how it's designed, but it's still like hella good. The only thing that marked it down, I did give it a 0.5 markdown because there's a couple of areas which are just a bit too dark. It's like there's one area where you actually don't have your flashlight yet, and you're like, man, I need to like jank up my brightness here, you know. And I just think that like that is a level design flaw. That's a world build design. Like I should be scared, but still be able to see. Yeah. So that's an 8.5, 8, and a 7.5. Comes in at an 8. Storytelling gets a bang on 8. Pretty high grade there.
That's a high grade. Okay.
You're gonna like this one. Gameplay. I break this down into 3 pillars: mechanics, entertainment, challenge, and loot. Mechanics, really good. Like I still think that I would still love a horror game where I'm like, it's like Apex level movement mechanics. But I feel like the Left 4 Dead did that. But I gave it a 9 in this game. It's smooth. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a high mark. Entertainment, challenge. I was entertained and challenged in terms of finding little elements. A couple of the bosses got me. They got me good. Some of the puzzles, you know, I hiked it up to the hardest puzzle design that you could do, and I'd recommend everyone starts there as well. The puzzles were really fun and challenging, and made the level design really, really fun as well in terms of how they were scattered around and the little clues and things that you find in all the little nooks. So I gave that a 9. Loot, I gave an 8. You know, this is a game where you're kind of resource light, but it rolls them out at a really great cadence in terms of how they improve your gameplay. They do quite a bit. There's a couple of guns in there that are really powerful that obviously you don't find a lot of loot for, a lot of ammo for. Choosing when to use those added to the game's survival kind of strategy. And so I think the loot was really well done. I gave it an 8. So that comes in gameplay at an 8.6. And I'm pretty sure that gives, I didn't do the entire rating. I don't know why. Hang on, we're going to do it live.
Oh, what? The average between the two?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be 8.3 if you did 8 for storytelling, 8.6 for gameplay?
My brain's not working, so let's just use the calculator.
Okay. I mean, my brain's not working either, but I'm
8. Okay, I'm not doing this correctly. I'm pretty sure it was like an 8.68.
Okay, all right.
So let's just go with that.
Okay.
I've forgotten how to do... No, wait, hang on. No. Wait.
Okay. Well, you
doing
figure out the final score. I'm just going to start talking about other topics. So, when saw the Odyssey?
It's 8.3. Yeah, you're right. I should just listen to you.
Yeah, okay. So, have you seen the Odyssey?
No.
What?
But I did watch Obsession. I did watch Obsession.
I've seen Obsession now for the second time. Did a little team outing with my new team, and we all went and saw Obsession. And man, even watching it the second time, I found it so fucking stressful. Like
there has not been a horror movie since Paranormal Activity 1, which I would have seen at 16 years old, so 20 years. We're talking 2 decades. And granted, I'm older now, obviously, so that how scared you get really decreases. But you can still tell when you're freaked out and something's making your skin crawl. And Obsession did that. Like I was hooked from like as soon as he pulls up in that car and breaks that thing and she starts going a bit weird.
Yeah,
I was hooked from that moment until final cutscene.
Yeah, it's an absolute roller coaster, man. Like, and it just keeps going up and up and up. And like, I think what I really loved about it, having watched it the second time, is the two main actors and the main guy and the main girl. They were fantastic. Like
so good.
Like I feel like she's getting lots of credits, as she should. Like, and there's just the parts where she was like screaming at his face. They felt so like genuine and just like fingers on a chalkboard. And he himself playing that like pussy bitch fucking douche dude. That fucking that moment where she's like, please kill me. And he's just like, what's so wrong with loving me? It's like, brother.
Yeah. Figure this out, man.
Man, how many hints do you need to top yourself? Like, you ain't getting out of this. You did something horrific, pal.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I've totally ruined it. But I feel like a lot of people have seen it by now,
that doesn't ruin it, I don't think.
It's a little bit
there. It's a little bit of like, but like, there's still so much more to that movie that we haven't spoken about.
Odyssey, my man, Odyssey. So I won't give anything away.
I'm not done with
that
Obsession, bro.
Okay, all right. Sorry.
I think you're right. His character didn't give him a lot, like his character and it's they had the part that he plays in the story doesn't give him a lot of opportunity to act the shit out of it. Hers did, but she was every single actor I've seen in a horror movie. She is definitely the best. Like it made me, her acting made me feel like she was genuinely, it was happening to her.
Yeah.
That's how good it was.
She stole the screen every scene she was in. And like the only
incredible debut.
Like this,
if it's not her complete debut, but incredible.
She's done a couple of small things before, but she's now 100% on the map. We're going to be seeing her on the screen for years to come. But I feel like he is a bit of an unsung hero in this, that because of how well her performance was, his has now kind of gone a little bit under the radar. And like watching it the second time around, him playing off her. He did a fantastic job and made it really believable as well. Who I actually hated on the second watch through, and this, might not hated. That's pretty strong. The mate, like
he's in all those Instagram ones.
The guy who made it is his offsider. Like they obviously are a bit of a duo, and like he's great when it's comedic. Like I think he's a good comedy actor. Like he's got good timing and all the rest of it. But him in that one, I don't know. And because also his character's a bit of a douche who's like sleeping. But I'm going to stop revealing things.
I also think that they did well with that because clearly Curry wanted their. It's actually one of those movies where if he had just made it eerie from start to finish, I don't think a lot of people would actually be able to get through it. Like that's how well this horror movie's done. It's like even me as a horror movie buff, there were moments where I was like, I want this eeriness to end, even if it's momentarily. And they give you that through that character. It's like, there'll be that creepy like nighttime scene. And then all of a sudden it's day and you're talking to that guy who's like good from a comedy sense. You're like, oh, relief. I get relief for 10 minutes here.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I get to bring my skin crawlingness and my goosebumps down to some sort of base level before he brings them back up again. I think that's what they're trying to do through that character because it did kind of juggle the whole, from real scary to not so scary and a bit funny and, a bit easy to get along with as a younger person and stuff. So I think that's why they did that. But I hear what you're saying.
No, I agree. Like, and I think Weapons did the same where it's like a little comedic moment just to sort of release the tension before they rack it up again.
Yeah, it's like Widow's Bay.
Yeah. Well,
it's just way more on the creepy side.
Yeah, exactly.
More,
and Widow's Bay is way more on the comedy side.
Correct.
So Odyssey, went and saw it, and fuck, man, like came out of the cinema being like technically fantastic, acting fantastic, the sets fantastic, the story, yes, enjoyed it. I like, so you can't fault it in any way, shape, or form. Like, it is a tick in every technical way you want to assess a movie. I just didn't feel anything. I just like, you sort of see certain movies and like, you kind of like Obsession walk out being like, that's left a mark on me. Odyssey, I was just like, cool, like nice, but okay. Like, you showed me a story, I saw it and it was like sick. I just didn't feel much out of it.
Man. It's 8.5
oh, mate, yeah.
IMDb.
Oh, mate, it's, it's
crazy. Is this
good.
Nolan?
Oh, yeah.
It is Nolan, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I've not kept up with this. People have been, the cast is...
Oh, it's stacked, yeah.
Dude, Tom Holland and Zendaya, do they have like a clause where they have to act in the same stuff or something?
Well, they're just the couple of now at the moment.
Elliot Page, Pattinson, even John
Thrall, yeah, whatever his name is.
Anne Hathaway, Charlize, Tom Holland, Matt Damon. I don't know why Travis Scott's in there. Zendaya.
He actually does pretty good, actually.
Oh, does he? That's a huge cast, man.
Yeah, it is. It's good.
It's so Nolan. That's so Nolan, isn't it? Like as big as it can be.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna wrap it up, T, because I'm gonna shit myself if we keep recording any longer.
Oh, wow.
I gotta go.
Oh wow, that urgent. Okay. I hope everyone enjoyed. We're gonna try. We are gonna try. But let's let Guy go do his post coffee poo.
Thank you.
Most importantly, don't be an NPC.
Don't shit yourself like Kyle does. See you later, everybody.
Leveling up, everyone. Thanks.